Alright, so let's write a little program to take a look at the difference between a normally open and a normally closed contact for an input. So we're going to start with a variable called myBool, which is a bool, output 1, which is also a bool, output 2, which again is a bool. And so then here we can add a contact, and we'll call it, we'll assign myBool to it, and then we'll copy this one, copy, paste, and we will negate this bool on the second rung, and then we'll add an output to the end of each of these rungs. And so we'll do output 1 on this first rung and output 2 on the second rung. And now we can go online with this program, log in with download, and we'll hit play to run. And so right now, as you can see, the blue is the energized portion of this program and the black is de-energized. We can see that output 1 evaluates as false and output 2 evaluates as true, where myBool is false. So in this normally open contact, since myBool is false, we don't let the energy follow through the rung and output 1 stays false. In the second rung, you can see that myBool is false and we're normally closed, so it actually lets the power through to the output 2, and output 2 is energized. So now if we come up and we force myBool to be true, force on Codesys is F7, we force it to be true, and now the rung number 1, output 1, evaluates to 1, and output 2 evaluates to false. So a normally open will have the same value as the value that you assign to it. A normally closed will have the opposite evaluation from what the variable is that you've assigned to it. So we'll take another look at that. And we'll toggle it back to false. And you can see they switch back. So that's the basics of a normally open and a normally closed input. So we're forcing back to true here. Another tip is that Alt F7 will remove your forces. And in this case, it stays true because there's nothing to tell it to evaluate back to a false. So even though I've removed the force, it's staying in that state. But that's the basics of a normally open and a normally closed. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.